to blame when you blink and you miss her. What the hell, you better watch your mouth, sister.
Hey everybody, it's Kathleen with Watch Your Mouth Sister.
And Megan.
And Anne-Marie.
We are here once again this week to just bring you this, that, and a whole lot of nothing. And
Legit.
It really is. After our last TikTok, we sent Mare to her bedroom to go to sleep for the night. And we went live on TikTok, and it really made me nervous.
Why did it make you nervous?
No, because people were asking if we had daughters and how old were the daughters.
Now remember who the demographic was that we were
okay,
talking to initially.
Yes. So when we signed up for TikTok, somehow they put us under the Philippines. Nothing against the Philippines, but that's not where we live.
They were very friendly. Everybody was super friendly.
It was.
Asking about work visas and if we hire engineers and
Right.
Yeah,
it was
cool.
interesting, but I don't know. You never know who's on the other side.
Well, that's the same with the United States, and it could be much worse coming from here.
I didn't mean from the Philippines. It just wasn't like the United States.
From here, we're a fucking dumpster fire.
I mean, we can't say that. Some
Anyway.
people might think that. Some people might not. But let's just keep it a little
It was fun, and our faithful old babysitter got right on and conversed with us.
She's awesome. Yeah, that was great.
Yes.
Do you feel like those were all real people? Like, could it have been like bots and stuff? Do bots? I don't know anything about this AI and technology bullshit. You never know what's going on in the background.
Well, with the history of catfishing, even on dating apps, you don't have to post your real name, your real picture, things like that. So I would assume it's just the same as when you go live on TikTok. You don't really know who you're talking to unless it's somebody you actually know.
Well, that's true.
Like me and Richard Marks, he's been pursuing me for a year now. I mean, he's getting incessant in
your DMs?
In my DMs. I'm like, Richard, he keeps creating new accounts too, and he's just persistent. I'm like, Richard,
Not happy with Daisy.
Richard, I am
Is that who he's
taken.
married to? Daisy.
Yeah, Daisy Fuente. Yeah, Richard Marks has been really, really trying to win me over.
Quite a few people follow our Watch Your Mouth Sister podcast on TikTok, but after a little research, it's really, really not that.
Of course it's not.
Oh, no, not famous people. The only famous person who's ever commented on something that I've commented on before was Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, yeah, she does.
She'll
always.
reply if you comment on her
yeah.
TikToks or her videos. She's very friendly. I don't see her, checking in
Listening to our
with the Watch Your
podcast.
Mouth Sister cast.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Joe Jonas could be listening at any moment.
Joe could be, yes.
I mean, there is a chance that he could just look out into the audience and be like, hey, it's my girls from my favorite podcast.
Well, they're not going to see Ann and I because we're going to be in the fucking nosebleed.
Right. There's my girl, but that's not the one I was looking for. Anne Marie, where are you? And then Megan will just crump into a pile of tears.
Well, just remember you chose those seats.
That's fine with me. I got to save my money. I have to go to the Garden next year.
Oh,
July
for
14th.
Mr. John Bon Jovi.
Mr. John Bon Jovi is,
Looks like it's going to be a solo trip, Bree.
well,
Do they give senior discounts for that?
I never.
Okay, first of all, I'm so glad he got his voice back after his
and it
surgery.
sounds
It does.
good.
It sounds good, and it's getting stronger. And I really love how he's incorporated in his later years jazz hands into his routine.
Yes.
It really, really
A lot of
just
storytelling.
a lot of storytelling with those hands.
when his voice was starting
That
to
could be.
decline. But
Yeah.
he had to
Having a hard
stop
time.
and do the storytelling in between.
Of course. I don't
So-
mind the storytelling. I enjoy when musicians talk in between their songs.
Kinda
'cause
get
it
to know
kind of
'em.
connects you with the audience. But yeah, I enjoyed the jazz hands, but can we just agree that we miss Richie Sambora?
He's been
do.
invited back multiple times.
he
It's his
has.
own volition
it
that
is.
he doesn't come back, and it's really sad because they really harmonized great together,
Mhm.
and it made a lot of their songs
What they are.
what they are.
Yeah.
You can find me at the Garden next summer. I hope somebody
Well-
will be with me. I think I know who that person will be.
Mm-hmm.
Cousin Jen.
Well, I'll go. I just don't know if I really want to go to the garden.
Jen's just going to go stay with her BFF out there and be like, enjoy. I'll meet up with you later.
She's going to be like you. Anne-Marie's going to be in the front row. We'll support you if you want to buy the front row
Anne-Marie
seats.
doesn't have front row money.
Well, you know, become a fan.
I'm
Zach
a fan.
When you're a Zach Brown
Wait,
fan.
we got to tell this story about how Kathleen got her tickets to remember she got the tickets to the Zach Brown concert in Florida and she was working a table
Oh yeah,
or
she had
something.
to work a table.
Table.
Was it? I don't think she did it. I
No,
don't think she did it.
Don't you remember we were giving you the hardest time because you're like, I'm going to be right up front, blah, 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 blah. But you were going to work a table or something.
Before
for
the
fan
concert.
club.
Oh, it was, no, you just got free tickets to the concert.
You just had to be employed by the venue.
You did. No. For the fan club. It's the Zamily. And,
Zamily.
and then sometimes people got to meet the band. So I'm like, well, what if we were to meet the band?
Are you a groupie?
She is.
We
They
are.
sit in the
We,
pit.
like in front row when I took Dan for his 50th birthday, they give you early entry. So if you're part of the Zamily, which is $50 a month.
What do they just open the
A year.
doors like cattle and you just go running in?
No, they make you line up sing.
Zamily.
Well, okay, so
Zoo family.
if the Jonas Brothers had an general seating or whatever they call it, general admission,
Yeah.
well, you would want to stand in row first at the door so you can be up front. But anyway, because if you're part of the Zamily, they let you have early entry for an hour.
I'd hire
Early.
somebody to wait at the door for
course you
me
would,
and be a,
because you're a
be a seat
picky
filler.
bitch. That's what you are.
I'm not waiting in line.
You're
Waited in line
princess.
at the United Center. I was part of the Bon Jovi club.
Moo.
So you got early access to tickets.
Well, fuck you. You're making fun of me
Wait
for
a
being
minute.
Zamily.
I was 6 months pregnant.
Oh, good God.
Dave dropped me off and he took Matthew
Stop
and Joey over to
Why don't I
That's
know
even
about
worse
this?
about
Good
I-
God.
Joey over to the
Never.
Sears Tower
When was this?
when I was pregnant with
So you went to the
Matthew.
concert alone?
No, it was just to get the tickets.
Oh, back in the day when you had to stand in line to get them.
Like this was a pre-buy. You had to go to the
Ticket
actual
Box things.
Remember when you would go to Carson's and buy your Ticketmaster tickets?
Oh yeah, back in the day,
You had to line up.
You had to go to like
And
a
then they
big.
show you like paper layout of the venue.
You got to choose.
You got to choose your seats right
Yep.
there,
And then you'd go eat lunch at the food court. I mean, it was just
and the
a
lines
win-win
would be
situation.
so long they would wind through the clothes, so you'd pick up like a shirt or a jacket
Yeah,
while you were in
exactly.
line.
It's perfect.
It was perfect.
One stop shop.
Yeah.
I mean, think like technology wise, look at it now. You all wait in line on the app or on the website to get a ticket.
On the interwebs.
And
On the interwebs. Friday
mail.
is when the tickets go live for.
Well, you better just buy some because then if you don't, you'll regret it. And then
But he's also going to be in Dublin next year,
well,
so we
that-
could
I'm
maybe.
on board for that.
I go to
one.
Dublin, but he's also going to be in Edinburgh.
Oh, maybe
we
there.
haven't been there. I would go there.
I think cousin Jen would be all for that one too.
Probably. Well, let me look into those dates. Those are actually those dates I think are before the New
Well,
York, but
we better
we've got
look
the
into it.
wedding.
Maybe. Well, we're just gonna have to save our
I really
pennies.
would love to go to Scotland towards Christmas time.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that could be our next year's trip.
what Christmas time?
Christmas. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Moving on.
moving on.
Moving along with technology, we were going to talk about today. I think I'm the most gullible out of all of us because a lot of times I'll go on the TikTok or the Instagram and I have the hardest time telling if something's like AI or if it's even real.
Yeah, I've kind of I'm getting better at identifying the AI. You can kind of make it out.
Well, let me just say, I am somebody who buys things off TikTok Shop, and I've gotten very nice things.
Yeah,
Ambien shopping.
likes to shop when she takes
I
Ambien.
don't take it anymore.
Since when?
Since her credit card was
Since her AMX bill came.
No,
the time she called me, she's like, "Hey, did you order a
boy's Stitch Fix.
A boy's Stitch Fix for my oldest. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? She said, yeah, he got a Stitch Fix in the mail. And I said, no, I didn't do that.
Measurements were
All his
in there.
measurements and everything. So then I think she sent a text asking you guys.
You created a profile for him. Yeah.
And she did not remember.
I did not remember it.
Wasn't he
I
mortified?
had to look through everything, and he's like, Mom, I got this box of clothes. And he's like, I'm not paying for this, because if you know my oldest, he's not paying for this.
Yes, right.
And so I'm like, oh, yeah, I must have done that. I think I forgot about it. I did it a long time ago.
So Anne likes to shop when she's taking her Ambien pill waiting to fall asleep, but she doesn't always remember what she bought.
However, as I was saying, I've bought some really nice things off a TikTok shop. And I received 2 things on Friday that I'd kind of been waiting for. And the mailman was standing at the door. And I'm like, what's up? He's like, you have to pay the postage on these things.
Post?
I said,
Yeah, the
what do you mean
tariffs.
I have to pay the postage? I paid postage. He said they didn't pay the postage. And it came from a Chicago address. So I'm sure what it is it's shipped from overseas. They have the stuff and then they ship it from a Chicago address. So I sent a message, like an order message, and said, I paid shipping. Here it is on the order. And here's my receipt from the USPS.
Did they get back to you?
They said, we're looking into this. We're very sorry.
Did you have to pay the postman?
I did. I had to write 2 separate checks.
Checks?
For one. Yeah, they take cash or
I
check.
don't even think I have.
I
They
know.
take cash?
Cash or check.
Do you think he was lying?
No.
No.
It said right on there. So I had to pay for one package $9, and then for the smaller package I had to pay $7.
I'm a sucker for the Amazon. I can't give it up. I love the instant gratification. And with my boys, my 2 special needs boys,
You need that.
yeah, I can get things fast and I don't have to drag them into a store. It's really convenient
Very
for
convenient.
me. As well as DoorDash. Everybody knows I'm not quite a chef in the kitchen. So I do use DoorDash a lot and we do have grocery delivery. But again, it saves me from going into the store and dragging them.
What's for dinner for Christmas?
The usual, our usual family
You gonna
stuff.
squeeze the sausage?
No, I will go to the butcher and just buy the crumbled sausage. and have
Yeah,
them
it's
do
very
it.
easy to buy.
I don't
I know,
I
but
don't
it's,
mess
it's a family
sausage.
tradition to squeeze the
I
sausage.
haven't squeezed sausages in years.
I mess with sausage casings.
Anyway, Megan is hosting Christmas this year.
I am.
We're so excited.
I am. I love
traded
hosting
upon
Christmas.
all of us.
Megan we make lasagna every year, and I think the first time you had it or whatever, you're like, I made it all homemade, and then in the garbage we saw the sauces of ragu.
No, that wasn't me. I
Prego.
never used ragu
that's
sauce.
you.
That's
That was
the
not
other
her.
sister.
That's the baby.
That is not
Oh.
me. I would never put ragu in our lasagna
No,
recipe.
I'm not a ragu fan.
I like it for a quick meal, but
Yeah.
you can't mess up the family recipe.
You can't mess up the gravy. You can't mess up
yeah,
the
the
gravy.
The
Gravies.
Beanols gravy.
We're so Polish.
we are.
But we love lasagna, and I believe it is our grandmother's recipe. She used to be a cook. It
She was
is
the jack of
fabulous.
Hates that one.
Love this lasagna recipe. And so every year for Christmas,
We
that's what we
make
make.
huge pans of lasagna.
So Megan's having it this year.
Remember when I dropped the big pan of lasagna? Or who? No, you dropped the big pan of lasagna, and I came out with the spatula trying to.
I fell.
salvage it.
I slipped and fell on their sidewalk on my way out of the house. And this big, I don't even know how big. It was like a roaster pan
It was a
full
huge
of
pan.
lasagna. And I slipped and fell on my hip. I crawled back up the steps and I'm like, Kathleen just bypassed me. She had a spatula in her hand and was scooping that shit up off the sidewalk
God.
to a pan. Luckily, it was on frozen ice.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
I baked the dirt off of it.
Sorry.
yeah, some of it we threw away, but not all of it came
the
out
stuff
of
that
the
was
pan.
in the pan.
And let me say that was the year where I got to help and learn the lasagna recipe, and you guys wouldn't let me touch anything. You
No.
let me stir, and that was it. And I was really offended.
Really?
I was.
Well, you're not a cook.
I'm not, but I can bake. I can bake stuff. I'm
And
not
lasagna you
dough.
bake.
Exactly. I can bake.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
when
we'll let
she
you do it
had-
this year then. How's that?
Remember
Don't
when
be
I
offended.
made the Alton Brown cookies and I decorated them?
They were amazing.
They were beautiful.
They were amazing.
Well, they were decorated beautiful, yes.
And
the
they
Alton
tasted
Brown
good.
recipe for
That's what I
sugar
use every
cookies are the
year.
best.
I use that
I've been
every
using
year.
that since.
and the icing, the royal icing.
Yep. They were beautiful.
Beautiful. My kids love to
A work of art.
decorate those cookies and eat those cookies.
My kids still decorate cookies. I make them do it Christmas Eve morning.
My kid decorated one with balls with hair.
I remember that.
Yeah, that
It was
was
like 2 years ago.
He's an artist.
It was in the bin with all the other cookies, and Christmas morning came and I was going to put the cookies out for dessert for when my in-laws came over, and I'm like, Matt, where's your cookies? Like, oh, I'm hiding it. I'm embarrassed. I don't want to show it to grandma and grandpa. I'm like, but it's a work of art.
Is he going to put up his Lego Christmas village this year?
I don't know.
I hope so.
I don't know.
It's so
Oh, that was
cool.
amazing. It was spectacular.
Yeah.
It
gonna
is
text
so
him.
cool.
Gonna tell him he
Oh,
needs to
yeah.
put it up.
If he puts it up, we'll do video of it and post it. It is a work of art. It's lighted.
Does
and
he still have everything put together?
Some of it is, yes.
Okay.
We, if you can't tell, are huge Christmas.
They know that
people.
already.
Yeah.
We have comments about it from someone.
It's
You
our
and your
time of
fucking
year.
Christmas.
Yeah, it's that time of year, though.
It is.
It's the season.
season.
Halloween will be here Friday, and then Thanksgiving will be here. It'll have its day.
Mhm.
We all give thanks.
With the Christmas ambiance.
With the
Yes.
Christmas twinkle.
But Christmas as a kid, toys were so different than they are now.
Oh my gosh!
And I think we're coming up on the 39th Christmas anniversary of the year I did not get the Teddy Ruxpin. Thanks, Mom. That's what I wanted. So 39 years ago, I was heartbroken.
I just wanted a Cabbage Patch Kid, and I got
You got a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Cabbage Patch
Like,
Kid.
you got a Timu Cabbage Patch
I did.
Kid.
It was his friend. It was a beautiful doll, but it wasn't a Cabbage Patch
Right.
Kid. That's all I wanted.
You wanted the tattoo of the Xavier Roberts
did.
on
I
the
wanted the
butt. powder.
All right, let's
smell.
be real here.
I want one.
Let's be real. Big Mare, waiting in line to get a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
So, do you guys remember why I gave up Black Friday shopping?
Why?
Because when we went one year when Reese was like 2, Tickle Me Elmo came out. I got one, I put it in my cart, and a lady took it straight out of my cart and looked at me.
What did you do? Didn't you beat shit out of her?
I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, forget it. Just forget it. I'm never doing this again. This is ridiculous. Like, what bunch of vultures.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is. It was.
Leanie would have
crazy.
thrown hands.
I would have thrown hands.
Leanie
Yeah.
would have thrown hands.
I was just in shock. I thought she was kidding at first, and then I just kind of stood there in shock. I didn't realize she was serious.
rammed her with that
Cutthroat.
cart, girl.
And there were more back.
There were still
There
some.
were more back in the aisle. So
would
I don't
have
know.
listened.
People are weird.
I haven't thrown hands on a Black Friday, but I don't think there was ever anything when my kids were little that I can remember of that I would.
that they didn't have.
I just liked getting up and going for some of the deals, the ambiance, and getting hot chocolate and then shopping, just the
Yeah.
hubbub of
Mom
everything.
would go then. We would get the hot chocolate. We would go at like 3:30, 4 in the morning.
Mom?
Yeah, when she lived in the house.
I do not remember.
Oh, yeah,
Mom
she would
ever
go with
going.
us.
I remember briefly she went a few times. I don't think it's fun anymore because you can get the sales online and there's no department stores anymore.
You know what ruined it was when they started opening up on Thanksgiving.
Right.
Right.
And that to me
It's just not special.
ruined it. It's
Well,
not
now they
special,
don't
it's not
do it
fun.
anymore.
Good God, we're a bunch of old biddies.
We have to redeem ourselves.
Youngsters these
Those youngins.
days.
And it's not the young.
No.
It's the corporate. Who decides to keep Target open on Thanksgiving?
Right. It's greed. It's very greedy on that.
And it's
in
not
that
the
respect.
youngsters. The youngsters should be able to stay home and on Thanksgiving too. But back to Christmas toys
Yes.
and how they've changed over the years.
Right.
They have.
Well, they were cool. I loved getting those telephones with the cords connected, and
too,
you could
yes.
put one in the room, and your friend could go in the room with the other, and you could hear each other on them.
Or the
But then it-
walkie-talkies.
How about your ventriloquist doll? Chester the Molester? Or was it Lester? Lester the
I don't
Molester or
even
Chester the
remember.
Molester?
Hey, I wanted to be a comedian when I grew up.
I love that.
I be a comedian.
Whatever
I remember
happened to him?
I remember.
Gave him up for adoption. Times were
I
tough.
don't even know what happened. I think Dad did a clean out.
He
Dad
was
did
like
a clean out.
freaky looking, like his eyes moved back and forth.
He was a
mouth-
true-
yeah, he was
Stop.
He was a true
He was
ventriloquist.
Sears Roebuck, or maybe it was his. Maybe it was what was the other one? Not Sears.
pennies.
Merchandise, service merchandise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
He was in the service merchandise catalog, and I
You circled him. You got him.
You got it.
You
And
got
out of all the things that I circled, I got the damn ventriloquist. doll.
Hey,
it was cute.
it's what you wanted. What about you, Ree?
My favorite gift, I have to say, was the first year we moved into the house. You guys hadn't been born yet, and it was Kathleen and I, and we didn't have any furniture in our dining room at the time. So our parents put the Christmas tree up in the big window in the dining room. And in the morning when we woke up, Santa had come and the whole dining room was full of presents. It was just so amazing. But my favorite was I got a Barbie bathtub and it
Had
made
the bubble
bubbles.
bath,
You
yeah.
put Barbie
yes.
in and you push
That
down
was a
and it-
classic.
and it made bubbles. And I was just thrilled. And then we got a big sled. We each got boots and snow pants, and it snowed that year.
It snowed every year when we were younger.
It did.
Kathleen got some,
I don't remember.
I want to say like a Little People farm.
Well, possibly.
She was about four or five.
Remember
So-
the aluminum kitchen you guys had?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
The
that
cuts
was
we got from that.
Mhm. The sharp edges.
Yep.
Yes.
The
Fun.
rusty sharp edges.
But it was fun.
That might have been
It
the
was.
year we got that too, with some dishes.
I think it was. I think you're right.
Yep. But I talked to Mom about that, and I said, I just remember that because coming down and the whole room was full of toys. And Mom said, all of those toys were so inexpensive. She said all of that was probably less than $100
Okay. Big question. Wrapped or unwrapped?
for Santa.
Yes. Did Santa?
Santa doesn't wrap toys at our house because they come put together from the chimney. He pulls them out of his bag and then he'll wrap the small ones that are non-toy.
Okay, because we requested that Santa have all of ours wrapped.
Okay.
So all of our kids, when Santa brought stuff, was always wrapped.
Santa, same as Megan, pulled the toys put together right out of his sack and put them under the tree.
You said sack.
I said sack.
We didn't pay Santa the extra money to put our toys together. So then we were freaking
You
putting
were
toys
stuck.
together.
Yes.
And that was not my choice. That, to be honest, that was
So
not
you
my
spent
choice.
Christmas morning putting all the toys
Exactly.
together.
Well, I mean, if it was huge, we would have them put together, something big. But no, for the most part, it was all.
So this is how it goes here. Russell is in charge of assembling everything on Christmas Eve. And because I make the magic happen, I do all the shopping, the decorating, everything, all the presents. I wrap everything that needs to be wrapped. He's in charge of putting everything together and disposing of all the garbage, the boxes, everything.
So you guys wait up for Santa. He drops it off, and then you
That's
guys
right.
put it together.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah. Santa, we kind of have a deal with them because he drops things off early for us because we've got our hands full over here.
Gotcha.
Santa does wrap at our house because there's no toys.
Isn't it sad when there's no
So-
toys?
Each boy gets their own wrapping paper.
You know what song I introduced Russell to a few years ago? And he's like, this is just the saddest, most awful Christmas song ever is Toyland.
It is.
Yeah. He's like, this is the saddest, most depressing song ever.
More so than the Christmas shoe song?
Well, yeah, because
Girl, I wanna buy these.
I mean, the Christmas shoe song is sad, but that's the circle of life. You lose your parents.
Not when you're 4 years old.
Well,
looking
sometimes
for-
it happens. That's
looking to
the
buy high
breaks,
heels.
kid. But this song
Actually
is
about to have a house drop
about
down.
the Toyland song is about growing up and losing all of that magic
Stop it.
and it going away because once you leave, you can never return again.
Exactly. That's like listening to the Christmas bell.
So
Some
can we
people
put
can.
a disclaimer out there? Parents, if your kids are listening, turn it off right now.
Yeah.
Well, I can just completely make this subject turn around by singing, met an old lover at a grocery
not singing that.
the Fogelberg song.
Talking about Christmas magic, though, it's so devastating when your kids realize the Christmas magic is sort of gone.
Mm-hmm.
And my oldest did. And I turned to him and I said, you don't believe, you don't receive.
Same.
I told him, if that magic comes out to your brother and sister, Santa removes one present from your list and you do not get it. And it never did. He was really good about it. And then I kept it going with my daughter and it never did. But
I love
was a
my
bad
story
hider.
about how Reese found out because he was going into junior high, and junior high starts in 5th grade around here. So I had to tell him because I didn't want him to find out from his classmates.
Yep.
And so I'm like, Reese, I need to sit down and talk to you. And he's like, what's up? You know the Easter Bunny? He's like, he's not real, is he? And I said, no, hon. And he said, it's you? And I am like, yeah. And the Tooth Fairy too? And I'm, yeah. And he's like, well, thank God we still have Santa.
oh my God.
And I looked at him and I shook my head and he's like, what? And he went in his bedroom and slammed the door. It was the saddest thing ever. Yeah.
Sad.
It was really sad.
My youngest to this day still has not come up to me and said, guess what I know? And he's 18.
I love that.
He said,
Never either. They never.
Yeah.
my oldest two have come up to me and said, yes, I know.
Right.
But Aaron has never once said.
He hasn't spoken.
He hasn't spoken a word.
I love it.
But Santa brings all the presents to our house.
Yeah, of course he does.
There's nothing from mom and dad. Going back to toys, you know
So-
what my favorite toys were?
What?
Were strawberry shortcakes and My
yeah.
Little Pony.
Oh, good.
Because you could play with all of it together. It was like this whole community.
And
the
they had
strawberry
hair.
shortcakes.
You can comb their
I
hair.
can still smell the strawberry
Strawberry.
shortcake dolls.
I can smell the My Little Ponies too.
They smell like plastic.
Some of them, there was a couple of them that were scented. I don't remember what they were. I think one was a little blueberry one I had. But I loved those. Those were a lot of fun.
What was your favorite though?
Rainbow Bright. Megan
My
had Rainbow
favorite,
Brights.
and mom would tell you, I got this baby in a wicker basket that clipped shut. And when you opened the basket, the baby was in there and she came with all these accessories, bottles, hairbrushes, everything, and clothes. There was a bunch of clothes in the basket with the baby and little baby diapers.
that, yes.
And it was just the cutest little thing ever. And I loved it. I loved it. So that was when I was really
Did
little.
you hold her on your lap while you were sitting in the car seat watching Mr. Rogers?
I might have. No, I was older. I was older.
okay.
I was probably like 5 or 6 at that point. So I think I was out of the car seat.
So Megan took residence up to
Why
watch.
was it in the house?
We only had one
We only
car.
had- oh, that's true.
So
Probably
Dad
came
would
in and
take
out.
it out.
So we had a car seat. Granted, I don't think it was ever used for a car seat.
It was.
I don't remember that. But Megan would put it and drag it in front of the TV,
It was black
probably
leather.
like 3 feet from the TV, and watch Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers, and she would sit there for hours and not get up. Not get up, not even to do
She would
business.
suck her thumb.
She, oh,
It was
she
so cute. She
You
sucked
were.
her thumb. At one point, she had a little impetigo on her spot between her eyes, and she
Can we
would
not?
she would suck her thumb and
rub her boo-boo.
rub her boo boo, and it was the cutest thing. Mom would walk by every couple of hours and say, "Stop rubbing your boo boo."
My God, stop. Can
She
we-
would, and she'd sit there and she would not get up. And you know what that means if you don't get up for
Okay, maybe
hours and
I peed
hours.
myself.
Oh,
You were itty bitty. You were probably potty training and just decided to
I don't
sit
know.
there
I
and-
think we need to move on. Christmas was just different. Even the Christmas party, everybody came, all the aunts and
Dressed
uncles.
up.
Everybody was dressed up. We all had tights on and fancy shoes, Payless shoes, and everybody was smoking and drinking. Well, not the
having
kids.
a good and driving.
And driving. They were all
Don't drink and drive,
driving, yeah.
folks.
no
Don't drink
drinking
and drive.
driving.
But it was just a good time. It was a moment.
We try to recreate that for our kids.
We do. We have. I
We'd
think.
never required that they dress up, but they did when they were little.
Mm-hmm.
Then when they hit like middle school, it was shorts and a sweatshirt for a
Yeah.
little while there. But
I sort of make my kids wear something nice most times, except Christmas Day. Like Christmas Day is like relaxing. Christmas Eve, I'm
Christmas
like, wear
Day,
something nice.
same. Our house,
Yeah.
show up in whatever.
Right. So
Christmas
Christmas Day is
Eve.
a little bit more casual, but boy, the food rocks on Christmas Day. Dan makes steaks.
Doesn't he
For
make
us,
brisket?
No, it was it's steak.
When you cut it, it's
No.
like filet mignon.
Oh, okay.
So-
People who cook know about that stuff. I don't know. Do they
Well,
have that on
okay, then don't
DoorDash?
get so offended when we won't let you make the lasagna, Megan.
She's making it this year.
We will report back and let you know
Actually,
how her lasagna turned into.
the first year I hosted here where I did the big tablescape in my dining room,
You made it.
I did, and Aaron said it was better than your lasagna.
well,
don't you remember?
You know what? Fuck you, Megan.
It was good.
He's like, it's not as watery as my mom's.
Well, mine somehow is always so damn watery. I can't figure it
Grandma
out.
was here for that one.
She was.
Your
She
host.
was.
I remember
Well,
Nancy and Uncle Bill were here.
hmm Yeah, a lot of people who we've lost.
Yeah, well, and Uncle Bill's still here.
Yes, he's right where he belongs.
That's a story for another
avert
day.
your eyes.
It's a story for another day.
He's different, but
Everybody has one of those uncles that's a little bit out there. and it's
God
just so
bless
God bless
God
his
bless.
heart.
God bless him.
So this podcast took a little bit of a different turn than what we were going into, but yes,
No?
but we talk about Christmas a lot. I'm
Okay,
sure
so
these
next
people are not
time,
wanting to hear us talk about Christmas anymore, except closer to Christmas. We still have our Marism for Christmas.
yes, that'll come out closer to
Stay
Christmas.
tuned for that.
But we have to dig up a couple more Marisms because there certainly were more.
Well, we are glad you joined us this time around. And like, follow, share.
See you next time.